You'll like this. And he's gonna like...
Oh, I'm not the one in a hurry, believe me.
He's just gonna hand it to you.
Klaus has got his hands full with Deia.
He's gonna sit there and just kind of hold down in front of him. Just kind of
Klaus
staring.
will push past Sunn.
He's
with
gonna
Deia in hands.
shrug his shoulders and put it in his bag. And then there were scrolls. Those were the last. How many of them?
Yeah, there are 3 of them. Do you have read magic?
No, I do not.
Okay.
So I cannot use.
You can still attempt to discern what it actually is. Give me a knowledge arcana for 3.
Knowledge arcana, I think it's the same. Hold on, make sure.
That's what I've asked you to roll every time.
I thought you said spellcraft.
Knowledge arcana.
Those are 2 different things.
Yeah, that's why I said knowledge arcana the entire time.
Oh well, I mean I have the same modifier anyways, but
Then it doesn't matter.
it really. Wow, from 19
that
to
matters.
1. Yeah.
That's not gonna do.
2, 3. Wow, that too.
Okay, so you think the first one is a scroll of fireball. The second, you're convinced, is a scroll of hold animal. And the third, you believe, is a curse.
I would share this info with Jerrod, making sure specifically to point out that he should stay away from ever touching the third one.
Yeah, and Jerrod's going to look at Sunn while he's stuffing everything in the sack and just be like, I can't read it anyway.
I can't even read!
What was the wand of again? It was wand of lightning bolt?
Yeah,
17 charges.
correct.
Thank you.
And yeah, slinging all this over his shoulder, he's going to follow after. Yeah, follow after Klaus.
Looks good. Deia, you'll be kind of like weaving in and out of unconsciousness as this is going on. Do you have any thoughts, bits of wisdom that you'd like to be spouting as you look up to Master Closhi?
No, I'm not. I'm kind of
Like a baked good.
I'm still confused as to what happened, because I feel like I traveled at terminal velocity towards the ground and then everything was out. And then now I'm waking up and then I'm leaving again and everything's kind of woozy and I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm just kind of confused as to what's going on. And trying to absorb as much as I can, but it's going right off me.
All right. Sure, then I'm going to let Klaus kind of lead the way here. Klaus. Oh, Klausy Poo.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to give you control of Deia. Deia.
Damn, Deia can see a lot further than I can.
You're not wrong.
Okay, with her in hand, I'm going to begin moving down the pathway that I scouted earlier.
Okay.
Not waiting for them at all, just kind of pushing forward.
Sure.
Probably grumbling in old man passion, just...
All right. So it looks like Sunn and Jerrod are just kind of staring at each other.
Yes.
As they are wont to do without leadership.
Longingly into each other's eyes.
And it looks like Sunn's decided to take it. Okay, never mind. Thought Sunn was
I like
taking a
the
different
journey.
path there.
I like the journey. Don't mind me. I forge new paths. You could say that I find them sometimes.
There you go.
I was waiting to look and see my character token deleted.
And Jerrod will, on seeing where they're headed, heave a deep breath and hold it.
Okay, that looks like a giant steel cock there. That's not act that. Yeah, that was
Wait,
Not
is that
representative.
That's not there? Oh man.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he is draped in chains. He could be into that.
Oh my god.
Is the rope still here from our previous venture down?
Yeah, let's still be here.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to use that as a guide on the way up. As much as I can with arms full of paladin.
Everyone hold the railing. Don't want to fall.
Sure. As you guys make your way outside, you will inevitably come to the surface of Vaprak's voice, leading you back into the jungle. The fire comes to a slow crackle, taking you back to the forefront of the map. This is going to have you guys exit the dungeon itself, or at least the crawl. How do you intend to get back?
Slowly.
I think our only real method of getting back is... Right now, they have a flaming giant with them, so it's not like they can necessarily walk at night without drawing some attention.
Sure.
Jerrod's going to look to the others.
Do you really think the Knollmen are going to try to contest this?
Yeah, really. I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say, Jerrod's going to look to the others. At this point, we just have to go ahead and hope that our numbers and our company is enough to dissuade.
As Klaus is walking through the jungle looking like Jack Patrick Warburton from Family Guy, and the giant flaming man is just like, all right, bring it on! Just screaming. I don't think they're going to... They're not going to step to you. The situation looks a little warm.
Are you sure?
they won't dance battle us, that's for sure.
He's going to take the path and just try and cut directly towards the river. And follow it up to town, since I doubt that, because I doubt the canoe is still there.
No.
If I recall right, it went down the road.
You doubt it. It was exploded into shrapnel by a giant
it's
tree
probably
arrow.
still there in
fine.
the bottom of the lake.
You never know. They might have patched it.
Now, if you guys can recall, Pathos died. Pathos is not with us this week. He will be returning not next week, because next week we'll be taking a break. I may not even stream next week on Wednesday. Definitely not streaming next Monday. Taking a personal day. And we'll be returning the following, so we can start the new week. So, Deia, you've been trying to say some things.
Under my breath, take all my muster, and I'm gonna say, sloth, as they're trying to carry me through this forest.
Is she...
Didn't hear shit. Yeah, Jerrod's just like, nope. Didn't hear shit.
Klaus, you're carrying her, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that I would ignore.
Right.
I think she just said something about a sloth? Oh. Well,
We can imagine we didn't hear anything.
maybe you can, O ye of questionable morals, but I do believe I owe this to her. Besides that fact, don't you think the sloth is large enough that Deia could ride comfortably on its back on the way into Cauldron?
Jerrod,
or to Red
Klaus
Gorge.
is like, I'm with you, but I did just witness her become the inside of a belly button, and then go back to being not that. So, go fuck yourself.
She's got more pull with Theron Ray than you do, so we're gonna get the sloth.
Frankly, she's a much better friend to me, even unconscious in my arms, than you've ever been, so...
You've known her for all of 2 days since you've been...
Exactly, that's why he's so close.
And she hasn't crossed me yet, has she? You, on the other hand, you're on my shit list.
Yes, as Grandpa Time looks, you're on my shit list. I'm watching you.
Yes, I'm sure Deia is going to appreciate as she rides gallantly into battle atop her sloth.
Deia's just like, let's go, Mortimer! And you just hear,
And he just
slowly
crawls
walking
across the battlefield.
I didn't realize the sloth was Betty.
Definitely.
We're gonna finish the combat. He's gonna be like, "We ride forward."
I'm waiting for me to tame this thing, and then someone's gonna blast it with a baleful polymorph. And it's just gonna be like, well, now I'm riding a centipede, or now I'm riding a rhinoceros.
It's a T-Rex.
Oh god! As
With
long
a-
as
with a
it's
sloth's
still my
mentality.
friend.
God damn
I do it without telling me to.
It turns you a Nabsathoran.
I don't think that's on the list.
Nabsathoran. I like Nabsathoran more.
Have you even been playing the fucking same game the last 120 episodes? Jesus Christ, man.
Fine, you're right. Nabasco. My bad. Sorry.
Why can't I kick him from this fucking call?
Let me bokeh.
I mean, you technically can. This is your room. You made Winstinct.
I mean, I can kick him out of the fucking Discord, but I don't know that that's going to be particularly useful.
Muting him might be nice.
I was just going to hang up
Or
this
it's
video.
too late.
Harder on you.
You just looked up sloth noises. They're adorable. Yeah, they're not bad. This guy he's a little bit wild. He's technically not a dire sloth. They're called forest sloths. And they're like 8 feet tall and a couple 100 pounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The picture you sent through Sniper, look at its fucking dumb face.
That's not that far off. Now, if you can just imagine it's...
his face, man.
There is your noble steed.
Yeah, it's just a sloth. He ain't doing anything wrong, man.
Its back leg is freaking me out, though, man.
Look at its face. It looks like it's got peanut butter stuck on the roof of its mouth, and the owner's just dangling another treat in front of it. Like, you want this one too?
I like to think that's actually just a bear, and it's pooping the head of a sloth. Oh my god! All right, so
oh, Jesus.
Well, here, maybe this will be closer to accurate for you.
that is a dead link.
It's because
Yeah,
he had
because
it at
it didn't put a
InYouEndo.
space. It doesn't have to be optimized. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the same photo. Look at that. Look at you two.
Hey,
You sloth are on the same wavelength.
and whoever's on the back of it is an archer.
Don't give him ideas. All right, just don't.
Hey, he's already got the sloth mount.
We haven't even
Yeah,
gotten to
yeah,
that point yet. We haven't decided that it's going to be a mount.
But the real thing is, Klaus, how are you going to... What does this look like? How are you going to lure the sloth out?
I mean, I don't know what a sloth's memory is like, but it hasn't been all that long since we left it behind. And Deia was getting pretty friendly with him, so...
You say that like Deia's like, come on, let's go, buddy.
I wasn't going to go there, but god damn it.
Jerrod's like, red rocket, red rocket, red rocket.
I don't know what a sloth's penis looks like, and I don't need to know, so let's just
Sorry,
move
Head
on.
walked away to clean up my office area a bit. Does
Shadow.
this count as locking in?
Technically not yet, Shadow, because I still have to give Avatar and Man with Beard an opportunity to come back and. I just stopped laughing super hard. Oh my goodness! They have an opportunity to come in and take it. Though I don't think it's going to happen right now. I still have to give them that chance.
So basically, my thought here is to kind of weekend at Bernie's, Deia, and
Oh god!
stand her up, articulate her arms and legs, sort of like,
Dude's
you know how when you were like a small kid, your parents would dance with you and they would put you on the tops of their shoes and
And they got your arms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
hold you out. Yeah, that's except she's facing the same way I'm facing.
The problem is she's like
Way
6'2".
heavier. Yeah, way heavier, way taller. It's gonna look weird. But it's
You just got her by like
So
the
Jerrod
elbows.
is going to step in at this point.
look, I don't have the fine motion controls,
Don't mind.
but I
the
can
small,
articulate well
frail
enough.
old man
Jerrod is
behind
going to step in at this point because once it's become clear we're getting a damn sloth as well, he's going to hand the bags off to Sunn. Just be like, don't drop these. Oh dear God, I can't believe this. And he is going
Gently
to
hold on to them.
see about shouldering the sloth's claws, resting his hands on them, and just be like, all right, let's go, buddy. Upsy daisy. Because if anyone can handle the mass and the weight of that lean, it's gonna
I don't
be
think
Jerrod.
you're fully grasping how large this sloth
I
is.
mean, I carried it in like that.
I suplexed a rhino. I can handle a sloth.
It's got a point. It's got a point.
You know what? I concede. You win. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You-
So it's actually like, you know what? Klaus is a point. I wonder how this is going to. I suplexed a rhino. It's like, all right, you got it.
Alright, fuck.
You got it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Shit, go for it.
You fucking got it, mate. All right, sounds good. So you're going to shoulder the sloth like a cape.
Yeah, just its front arms.
Please
and
start
kind of-
running, really, just like waving behind you.
No. He just kind of squats down, grabs the rear legs, and up. Just up.
Oh my god.
He's the fucking postman from Legend of Zelda.
Oh my lord.
His high knee in it the whole way there.
We got this shit, guys. Come on.
Yeah, no joke. Thank you so much, Shadow for the 20 bones and Caboose for the 5 bits. I appreciate that, bud. Okay, yeah. So the next day, it's going to take you guys an entire day's time. We're talking like 18 hours to get back to Red Gorge. Because if you remember, it was like 4 hours by canoe down a river. It was doing most of the work for you.
Yep.
So it's all in flames at this point, right?
No, not quite. Are you talking about
It's all gone.
Are you talking about the jungle because of Dugabras?
No, well, I mean, that too,
That
but
too.
Red Gorge is what I was more referring
Red
to.
Gorge has actually been leveled completely. We come in.
I'll be honest. I'm really surprised Red's not like, you know, we're gonna change your name. Your name's Charmander. How you like that?
Why did that remind me so
It's
much of
such a
Jack
Jack
Black?
Red, don't
Fire
fire.
on that.
Why?
It's because Bubba's perfected his Jack Black impression over the years, and sometimes it just slips through. Doesn't even realize it.
God damn it. All right.
Can't refute it. It's true.
I don't think I don't know. Oh well. All right. So I'm not gonna argue it. That's for sure. When you make it back to Red Gorge, your return to Red Gorge isn't going to be pleasant. So let me set the scene. Sound fair?
Yep.
I'm going to turn Dugabras down just a little
Even
bit.
if I said no, you were going to say we're doing it anyway, so.
Yes. Yes.
Can we take like a 3-week break and come back? More mentally prepared?
Yes. All right. Here we go. We're going to go with that one. Returning to Red Gorge, the basalt bastions still exist. The army that you were led to believe waiting outside seems to have dispersed. Klaus, Jerrod, Deia, you will arrive. Let me go ahead and move you guys over to the Red Gorge. Map. Boom, bam. You cats are there.
Oh boy,
And you
I see.
are here. You will be arriving nearest the boat docks.
I feel like we might stand out a bit.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Tad bit.
I'm assuming with a night's rest, Deia is at least conscious at this point.
Rest.
Assuming so, Deia's still going to need physical assistance.
Yeah.
That
Well, I
you're.
mean,
that's-
if she is capable of being awake at least, she might go ahead and raid on the sloth.
Jerrod, there's one duty that we need you to fulfill. It's the most important job that you've had yet. We need you to give Deia a sponge bath.
Oh man, guys, we're getting raided by Unmade Gaming. Defend the chat with as many mimics as possible. Tell them to take the gold and run. We don't need any bloodshed here. Defend. Defend, lads.
Yes, right now we're busy failing.
Guys, if you're popping in from Unmade's game tonight, my heroes are making it back from the dungeon after they visited Nab the Tauren, a demon general with his adult white dragon pet. They have managed to acquire a fire giant and a forest sloth as allies.
We're just slowly crafting the village, people. No big deal.
Oh god.
Which one's the forest sloth?
Oh.
You know which one.
You're right.
All right. Jerrod, when you arrive, Sunn, Klaus, Deia, even you kind of like whimsically like going in and out of this consciousness, trying to walk on your own 2 feet, you'll see that the old breach, this area in front of it, so like right about here, it's seen better days. It sort of looks like, man, easiest way to explain it. It sort of looks like there was an army there, and they were waiting to storm the gates of Red Gorge.
Do the gates
That's
of
weird.
Red Gorge look scorched, war charred, fire damaged at all, or does it look like the camp was simply hastily put up and they left?
It looks like there's a lot of damage to the terrain. You can see that there are new paths that have been made where it looks like there was some sort of camp that was established. There is some debris, detritus that have been left over. Obviously, you can see that there was a temporary dug latrine. It's everything that they might need to exist outside of the breach. But the walls stood strong. The basalt bastions prevented from the onslaught. You don't know what stopped them, but they're no longer here.
But Jerrod would have his suspicions. He would move along at a somewhat faster pace, just taking the lead of the group and moving towards the old breach. I'm assuming the gates are closed?
The gates are closed, yes. There's nobody at the bastions.
Nobody at the bastions and no way in.
No, it's nightfall. It's nightfall, and they just had an army here. They're playing it safe.
No, Jerrod will come up to the gates and hail the gates.
Let's
Yell
see here.
ahead. See if there's any kind of guard that would answer in reply.
Sure. There's a long pause before you feel like you hear something from the opposite side of this daunting basalt wall. Before a lever will drop, and what looks to be probably no more than like the size of a human mouth opening in the wall, where you'll see an eye peering through. Well, a face that I did not expect to see. Welcome back, Mr. Skellerang.
To
A
be
voice.
fair, it was a face you almost didn't see again.
A voice you recognize. Do you know who it is?
A voice I recognize.
Yes.
I want to say it's the Honest Minstrel.
That's right, it's Ekame.
Sweet. I know it's nightfall and the gates are closed. Is there any way that we can be let in, or do we have to sit here till morning?
No, please, by all means. I have come simply to relieve the guard post. But since you're here, I suppose welcoming you in is the least of the favors that I'll be doing for you this evening. There is a winch pulled, and as the winch is pulled, you hear like the as the gate starts to slide open. The honest minstrel waits.
And he'll go ahead and warn ahead of time. Try not to be so shocked. We do actually bring company. And at that point, he'll kind of look back to the giant. He goes by Dugo Bras.
And as you begin to pass by him, he grabs you by the shoulder and he says, "Duly noted. Ditto, if you will. Try not to be shocked."
Where'd the army go?
Well, they went back. I suppose you are looking for some kind of full report. This is not the place, nor is it what I would say aptly the time, but I believe that you will not be waiting on much. So, do us all a favor and head to the Redhead Miners.
Jerrod's just going to nod and trudge towards the redhead miners.
Oh, and the miner will look closed. Rap twice upon the door, and you'll be sought out by the establishment. Oh no, you remember Mickey Max, right?
He'll just lift a hand and wave and carry on, because he's got a sinking suspicion as to what's going on.
He'll throw the lever again, and as you're walking away, hear the and the basalt bastion will be closed, appearing as if some kind of stone wall. As you approach Mickey Max's, the Redhead Miners Inn, there is this sullen disposition that lingers over the town. It's dark. It's filled with mourning. Nothing and no one seems to be ever happy.
Moving to the door of the redhead miner, he will bang his fist, his mailed fist twice on it. Boom, boom.
Okay. After a few moments, you'll hear feet moving behind the door, and you'll hear the boisterous tone of Mickey Max. You don't have to hit the door so hard. And as he swings open the door, it takes him a moment for his eyes to adjust. He's coming from a lit room to seeing you hiding. Like you're hiding in the shadow. And when he sees you, things change. He pulls his cap down from his head, and he begins to cover his chest. And as he looks to you and to each of you, he kind of looks back over his shoulder, and then he steps out of the way. Atop one of the tables lies the body of Tercion Skellering.
Stepping in, Jerrod will set his bags aside the door and mutely cross to the table, pulling out a chair to sit at his brother's right shoulder. What happened?
Another figure steps from the shadows, and it seems to be the leader of the Chisel. He points across the vacant hall. There's a man in the corner, draped in armors, clutching a broken sword. Alec Tercival. He lies in a heap, his eyes flitting across the room wildly in madness.
Heaving a bit of a sigh, Jerrod is going to take a long look at Alec Tercival. But it's going to be fairly clear that with him being out of his mind, he's going to look back towards Deia. Is Naphtatorum in him now?
I'm going to try and look at him and see if I can, with my dazed and confused head, tell if he's still got this insanity, this raging evil inside of him.
There is a lingering taint of evil that lurks over the body of Alec Tercival, but he's a husk. His passive aura of good that lingers over those of Saren Ray has been destroyed. It's been raped and plundered from his person, and there's not much left of this man. Your best guess is that it's going to take some divine intervention to fix him, to fix this broken man.
Well, I'm still trying to clutch onto reality. I'm gonna say now the Torrent's no longer inside of him, but I feel like he's not fully there either.
His condition isn't really concerning. We'll take him back with us to Cauldron. Jen, you can see to him there. And Jerrod will turn his eye over to Oleron. Can you relay what happened? Where's the army? Where's the creature that was in El?
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Whom are you speaking to?
Oleron.
Okay. As quickly as they had descended upon us, we closed the bastion walls, and we held them at bay long enough. There was a man there, wildling spellcaster, brought forth half-orcs, called himself the Blue Duke. He said that he were to rend the walls, split them in twine. When Alec Durcival descended upon Red Gorge, we thought it's some gift. We thought that he was going to talk them down. As a forefather, you must understand, his bloodline is stronger than most. And he was different. Upon approach, he requested that the gates be opened, and we let him through. He demanded provocation with Tercion, and it lasted no more than mere moments before he was bested. I'm sorry, Jerrod. He gave his all, but Alec's strength was unnatural. It was not like we had seen before.
Not surprising. When we went to fetch him, we found him within the clutches of Nat the Torrent, the demon general.
Does Nat the Torrent still... Does he still live? Were you able to dispatch him?
No. He dispatched us. We managed to survive at a high price. Our colleague, the Drow. After the fight.
Klaus, Deia, Sunn, can I get some perceptions from you? While Jerrod's having this conversation. Yeah, it's true. You guys will have to speak up a bit. I've turned down my end a little bit so you guys come out and project a bit more, but you will have to come out a bit more. Sunn, amidst the shadows around Alec, you can see something. It's like this unnatural twitch about his fingers. While the rest of his body lies still and his eyes dart around the darkness, you can see his left finger appears to be like straining out. It looks sort of like it's trying to almost like claw away from his body.
Is Deia standing up or is Deia still laying down? Because I know you're slightly more conscious than you were before.
What does this look like to you, Deia? Have you sat down? Are you on the shoulder of Sunn? What do you do? Dugulbras's fire is illuminating the room to the furthest extent.
He's basically a giant candle.
Yeah, he's crouched down, probably like in the Atlas position, trying to keep from lighting this place on fire.
Deia?
I wouldn't do much. I would just kind of monitor and
Well, if you're standing up and like relatively near me, I would I would prefer to point out the finger to you. Because you'd be the person who'd be most interested in a body part trying to crawl away from a holy person. Or ex-holy person.
I mean, he's just trying to escape.
Gosh, just the lingering evil trying to escape from his body, no biggie. Yeah, Sunn will point out the he'll turn to Deia. Hey, do you see the madman's finger?
I do, but I can't tell what it is. It doesn't have any stronger evil presence, nor does it have much of a stronger holy presence. I don't know if it's him trying to reach out or if it's something more.
Should we amputate it?
No, that's a bad idea.
The Sunn will continue to keep his eyes situated on Tercival.
Deia, all things considered, you do find this a bit odd. Yeah, it's sort of like it's you can't tell if it's clawing to like get away from the body or clawing because it's in your direction. It's in the group's direction, and you don't know if this was happening previously. Do you wait? Like, do you just stand still? Do you wait for Sunn to kind of guide you over? Do you try to make your way over on your own, or do you just stand?
I'd try and make my way over there, but
okay.
I'd probably need a hand because I'm still bruised and battered.
Okay. Do you allow Klaus to assist you, or is Sunn helping you?
Whoever wants to.
Okay.
I'd probably help you.
Sure. As you get nearest the situation, because you can still hear Jerrod speaking with Oleron, Sunn leads you over to the crumpled heap that is Alec Tercival, this husk of a man. And when you see him, his body doesn't move, but you can still see the fingers sort of like lurching forward. Do you lean down to try to do something with that further?
I'm going to lean down and take his hand in my own. Or kneel, I guess.
Okay, alright. All right. When you begin to touch the hand of Alec Tercival, a sensation begins to roll from the finger of Alec Tercival up yours. And where it was just like this etching crawl going across your palm, his hand comes to life, gripping yours at the wrist. And as this happens, his head turns, an uncanny-like stare, and the eyes immediately begin to glow silver. And in an almost angelic tone, a voice that you're familiar with hearing. There is naught left for you in Cauldron, heroes. To return is to enter your own graves and to bring doom upon all you love. Trust the sign of the smoking eye if you wish to save them all. You recognize this as the voice of Nidrama. Do you say anything? Do you do anything?
And the rest of the party would have heard this, right? It's talking aloud. It's not.
It's not like it's not whelping out loud. No, but it's probably you.
Talking.
You and Sunn probably would have been able to make this out.
What do you mean by the smoking eye?
The Striders. They may be your only help. You have been abandoned. Not even Serenray glances further in your aid.
Gonna look at Horum. We've
Horum died a long time ago.
Gonna look at Deia. We've we're not necessarily safe, are we?
Were we ever safe?
I was before I met you guys. Hey, it was. I didn't die before I met up until I met you guys and fought a demon general. I was fine. I was happy. I was living life.
Demon General didn't kill you.
Yeah, it was the projectile.
Nobody's chained you down to this party.
Nope. But Sunn's gonna look at Horm. Well, shall we go inform the others, or should we let him continue to question further about his brother?
Jared, as they're having this discussion, you guys can continue speaking. Oleron, he steps a bit closer to you, Jared. And in a moment of understanding yet concern, allowing you to still grieve at the loss for your brother, he places his hand on your shoulder. Listen, Jerrod, I do not wish to come off as forward, but I believe it is important for you to understand and to realize that there are trying things happening within the walls of Cauldron that may have impact over my town of Red Gorge. And you may have the Masons' entire backing. We are the artisans of Red Gorge. We support what it is you're doing. But as it stands, your guard captain has been removed, and the person that challenged him has waned in the face of responsibility. The only one that stands in the wake of evil is now you. Will you take up the mantle of guard captain of Cauldron and herald the responsibility that your brother did, as your father did and his father? You will not be contested, and from my understanding, you will have the assistance of a stellar individual by the name of Kiana Green. She would be your second in command. They will not contest you due to your bloodline.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Boop.
$75 donation.
Sweet. Now, Jerrod will slowly roll that 1,000-yard stare up to him and, taking a deep breath, he'll just nod briefly. A Skellering has always been the guard captain of Cauldron. It's not about to change overnight. Though I would imagine that with the Blue Dude parting with his army, they're likely headed back to Cauldron. Wheels are turning in that city. I don't think you'll be rid of our company overly soon. And with one of those world-weary exhales, he's going to sit back in his chair a moment, rub over his forehead, and start making his way up, looking around to the others. Gentlemen, I need a moment. I think I'm going to retire for.
I believe, if I understand correctly, you may be retiring from the flurry altogether. You must understand that heralding this mantle, you will no longer be an adventurer.
I think we'll talk about this more. Oleron, if you could have my brother's possessions brought up to my room. I need this moment to grieve.
But what about Dubros? Where will I stay?
Right.
I cannot lay here on this floor.
Agreed. Oleron, I left a set of armor with the blacksmith. Do you think the smith would be all right with my colleague bedding down in his forge over the evening until more suitable?
I'm afraid that he would not be okay with this, as it's also his home.
Keep the change, you filthy
Do you
animal.
think of any lodgings
Just
that
driving it home.
would home my companion? I can't very well just leave him out in cold and rain.
I believe that there is a stable that we can clear out.
Something made of stone, I hope.
Tall roofs and dirt floor. It's short notice, I believe, unless we'll just leave him out in the cold, then that's about all I'll be able to do.
Jerrod will kind of glance towards Dougal Bras.
This will not be my final place of rest, right? This is only temporary.
Only temporary. And at that point, he'll start heading towards trudging towards the stairs. Making his way up.
As Jerrod goes to walk off, Klaus is going to follow him up. He needs to have a word with him privately before he retires for the night.
Okay.
And before Nidrama had left Alex's body, I would have liked to lean in closer and say, how do we find the Striders?
The Striders have passed upon to you an arrow. You were to strike the arrow upon the second story window of the locksmiths, and they will seek your attention.
Duly noted.
She leaves. She flees from the body. The hand goes limp. The eyes continue to wander across the room. They are now normal.
I'm going to try and lay on hands Alec again, see if it has the same kind of dispelling effect that the body had prior.
It does. It does. You need to get your hands on something even stronger than restoration, like maybe a greater restoration.
I wouldn't have been
Absolutely.
conscious for when they were talking about any restoration, so.
Okay. Klaus, you said you wanted to have a word with Jerrod, yes?
Indeed.
All right, go for it.
All right. Take to his chambers. Jerrod, noticing that Klaus is following along, doesn't even bother shutting the door, just leaving it open for the old man to walk through. And he takes the chair from the takes the corner of the bed and just sits down, shoulders slack, hanging his head back and breathing deep.
I don't rightly have words for such an occasion. As you understand, I'm no stranger to loss. We've discussed this at great length. However, I don't rightly know what it feels like to lose a sibling, and one that you were so close with at that. And I can offer you not much more than our greatest condolences. My greatest condolences.
It's all right, Klaus. Men fall in battle all the time. It's not fair. And this was well before his time. Undeservedly so. But I know he wouldn't have had it any other way. And I'm sure he wouldn't have guessed what it was that Alec was bringing with him. He answered the call of honor. So I don't regret that at all. Though I do appreciate the condolences.
Tercion certainly was no stranger to an unfair fight. I will give him that.
I don't know about. And looking to Klaus, he'll kind of squint his eyes. It all feels unfair when you look at it. The machinations in the city, the forcing of his hand at every turn, the half-orc brigades, the Blue Duke. Everything is slowly, inevitably been turning towards this eventual conclusion. Like pawns on a chessboard, being moved by unseen hands.
It does feel quite fixed. I cannot deny that. He gave Cauldron his all. He gave the people his all. And they seemed to want none of it, but that never slowed him down.
Duty cares very little about want.
True words never been spoken.
And while I do know that he died honorably, I do know that I can't let it pass. I sit here even now and I already know those hidden hands are going to be cleaved from their arm.
Who better to do it than you?
Who more capable?
Indeed.
But what he said down there about it being in my blood, that demon. You remember what he said? Do you think it's possible that I'm not who I think I am?
I think that what matters is that Tercion took you for who you were, regardless of your bloodline. You were his brother. That is something that can never be stripped from you.
And we were just starting to get along. After a fashion, at least.
You can see Jerrod with this slump as he exhales. This almost tough guy facade seems to fall. Just trickles off of his shoulders like a waterfall.
What you've done for the Flurry and for Cauldron, for the people, for all of us, really, will not be easily forgotten. What you set out to do tonight, beginning right here, right now, will be spoken of for many years to come. You're a brave man. And the best we can do is try, is it not?
I'm not sure how wise it is, though. Leaving behind the Flurry and walking headlong into Cauldron to go ahead and claim birthright. I would have a capable lieutenant at my back, yes. But I don't know if I'd be as capable as my brother was. And with those hands already working the pieces, I'm going to almost be walking in blind.
I certainly don't blame you for having doubts, but knowing you as long as I have and as intimately as I have, I truly believe there is no better man for the task. If there's anyone that can withstand that post, it'll be you.
I know I have no right to add. but if I need help.
We'll be there. Always.
Thank you. I don't deserve it. Thank you.
I'll
think
leave
I'd
you
like
to
to
your
be
rest. Absolutely. As Klaus gets up to leave, he's just going to kind of place a hand on Jerrod's shoulder, let it linger for a moment, sort of nod and drag it off as he walks towards the door, pulls it shut behind him.
And it'll be very clear, even through the door, whatever tough guy facade there had been is breaking. And we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Deia, Sunn, Klaus, you will be provided with your rooms for the evening. And as morning comes, you'll be outfitted for a journey, provided 4 ponies, and they will find a way to escort Dugobras and the Sloth to Cauldron. There's not exactly a steed large enough for Dugobras, and with his weight, it would likely kill most of your horses. So, what they're going to do, and what they've informed you to do, is that they will organize some of their best merchants, some of their wisest men, and some of their most capable spellcasters. And they will create a portal. It may take a week, but they will teleport these two near the center of town. You'll need to give them a map. You'll need to give them a map with an item from a very specific place that you'd like them to be teleported. Do you have anything on your persons from a specific spot in town?
Probably.
So something from the Church of Saren Ray, something from the guard, like the guardhouse. Actually, I know for a fact you guys have something on you.
The Ring of Sustenance. I would have gotten that at the Tip Tankard, right?
When you were in your room, yep. Where it came from.
And I did go ahead and take it to... I can't remember their names, but I did take it to go ahead and get identified, so there would be a tie there. But
you guys also, you managed to get a letter from your brother, and that was directly from the guard captains. And the guardhouse is stone.
That is right. Pathos did go ahead and give me the letter from my brother.
Yeah. This is basically, they use it as a type of spell component. It's like a destination, like a sending of sorts. So it would, in a week's time...
Longitude and latitude.
Yeah, basically it'll open up a teleport to a destination, and if you were to give them the letter from your brother, they would use that as a spell component, though it's the last letter from your brother. Unless you have something else. Does Deia have anything?
I've never been to Cauldron.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no! I still have Innie's body.
Oh, God.
You have Innie's shoulder and head.
Why?
Go on,
Why
tell
do you
me.
carry that with you?
Tell me what you have on the stump that could have been found.
Does he still wear his eye patch for him?
Yes.
That was forged.
Oh my God!
Cauldron.
Get the fuck out of here!
Jerrod would give the letter. He's not sentimental that way. He would want the ring, and he would want his brother's sword, but that's about it.
Okay.
I like the eye patch idea the most.
Yeah.
The,
So I mean, he would give up the letter, but he would keep his family's ring and sword.
The sword was actually taken back to Kiana. So you'll have to claim that from Kiana herself. Remember, they were close, like borderline lovers close.
Oh
she's
yeah,
she's probably gonna have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, Jerrod's probably gonna be in for an earful when he gets there.
Yeah.
An earful, if not a fist fight.
An earful of fist.
That too.
Or chocolate syrup.
How out of the question would it be to visit the A, final resting place of Horum, and B, current resting place of my items on the way back? Is that, like, super far out of the way, or...?
It's pretty far out of the way.
Well, I'll be honest. If Jerrod's going back to Cauldron, he's going to take the body of Horum to give to Jenya.
So what would have remained of your items if it was all left there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing where Horum kicked the bucket. Well,
no, they were all left at the Citadel because.
Oh yeah, that's even then. Like you know the way, but that's still pretty far out of the way. You could make a special trip, especially since there's going to be downtime. There is going to be some downtime, but exactly. You guys do need to get to Cauldron. There is going to be a little bit of downtime. I don't know exactly how long, but you guys should start coming up with a plan of things that you'd like to do over the next few weeks.
Gotcha.
There will be a bit of an appeal process. Jerrod, if you're going to apply, there will be people that are stepping up to take the mantle of guard captain. It does come with prestige. There's a certain amount of respect that comes with that title. That being said, you are the only one that legitimately has rights because you are a Skellering. So you'll have to go through the appeal process and encounter some of the nobles. You've got enough coin to do it at this point. On top of that, you guys will need to find accurate housing for two things. One is a large-sized man made of magma, Flame Incarnate himself. And two, a sloth that's 8 feet tall and about 400 pounds.
We still have the bathhouse.
Did we get the deed to the bathhouse?
There is no deed to the bathhouse.
Doesn't exist. It exists
So
through
as
Zeon's
the guard
rules.
captain, I think you can seize it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Or
we can go
just
ahead and
walk in
plot
say it's
about
ours.
that. We can plot about that later. But
Yeah, since it's not going to be like directly on the way, then I'm not going to worry about trying to swing by and pick everything up just yet.
Sure.
But it will be a consideration for me, for sure.
Okay. All right. And with that, I'm going to end this chapter.
We did it! Yeah.
This chapter of Shackled City. Okay, cats. Yeah, you're right. You guys did it. You're able to best this chapter for now.
and we came away with a sloth.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
a fireman.
So this is where we open up the floor to questions. I'm not going to worry about the inspiration or anything like that right now, because we know where all of the role playing came from.
Yeah, Pathos.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome, Des.
So this is where you guys actually have an opportunity to talk to the players, talk to them, ask them questions. How long did this chapter last? How many sessions?
20? Or
40, 50, right around there.
Let me take a look.
we're not counting. Are we counting Balthor's story?
So the
Because
last,
I think I came in after the start of this.
The
chapter.
last chapter ended with
Splinter Shield.
Splinter Shield, and Blib de Pulp.
Yeah.
Oh
so-
no! So yeah, it's only been about 30 sessions.
I would say 25, 30 sessions. So you figure about 120 hours, 130 hours. Yes, this is a module. Yes, it is. It is regarded as a long-standing top 10 module from from level 1 to level 20. That's it right there. Shackled City. This is not. This is Pathfinder.
5e. This will never be 5e.
Technically, this was written for 3rd edition, and I'm porting it to Pathfinder.
I'm fairly certain, Wizard, that Jerrod is not going to leave any of his crap behind. So that's not a big deal.
Okay, that's fine. What do you do with a body?
The body of his brother?
Yeah.
Mounted on his wall.
No, that has to go to the family resting place. So I mean, it's really a question of So I mean, is the party going towards Cauldron as a group?
You guys tell me. This part of the narrative is entirely your own. Does Jerrod get the armor back from his blacksmith? Yes, likely.
He wouldn't leave it behind.
What is the worst trap you can find?
Apparently, it's a 10-foot, 15-foot hole with, that used to be a latrine.
Basically, yeah. Anything that's environmental is probably the worst kind of trap.
As far as how we're getting back, I mean, I would imagine that if... Now, we were talking about teleportation earlier. Was that just an option, or was this...
It'll take a week.
Yeah, because, I mean, it only took him a week to go ahead and travel up to Red Gorge. He would probably want to go ahead and take a wagon back down to Cauldron.
Okay.
Instead of doing the teleportation, because he would need to take his brother's body back, if nothing else, to go ahead and be interred at home. I mean, if the body was, unrecoverable, they could go ahead and fake it. But he feels
they would cast gentle repose upon the corpse, so it doesn't start the aging process. All of the nasty bits that occur with it.
That's fine. That works for him. If we can go ahead and make it a smellless trip, that'd be fine. But yeah, he has to go ahead and deliver Horm's remains to be interred.
That, on the other hand, smells awful.
Oh yeah,
I would get a new backpack.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's why he's actually going to dip Horm's remains in tar and wrap them. That way, at this point, he's just... It's kind of like a holy relic. This is a paladin that fell a great evil.
Okay.
The son of a Dracolich.
I know why and what you're doing, but it's gonna be awful to carry around.
Yeah, it's not fun, but that's duty for you.
That's why I wanted to enamel the baddie. Make it decompose.
Yeah, I mean, Jerrod's sole purpose there is to go ahead and deliver the bones to be interred at the Church of Sarenrae, because Jenya would understand it.
So I know that this was a very emotion-filled journey this evening, particularly for Jerrod. So I do this as an opportunity. Sniper, you have an option.
Mm-hmm.
Either you take the mantle, you don the cap of responsibility, and you leave Jerrod Skellering and create him as an NPC, coming back as a new character, or you throw it away to someone that could be of a lesser of a man, or woman, for that matter.
That's not really a question. I mean, playing it to the character, Jerrod's going to step up. I would have to greatly try and
You were already supposed to step up until you went into the slot dimension.
Right. He was already intending to be the guard captain. The only reason he didn't fight his brother on it was the fact that because of the time displacement, he was a man well outside of his time.
Right.
So at this point, he feels a deep responsibility against his brother to go ahead and carry on. A Skellering must hold the seat. A Skellering must be in that position. It's a family duty. This is one that he was groomed for when his mother wasn't beating him, that bitch, or locking him in a closet. So I mean, I would have to pull a great Deus Machina to go ahead and try and say Jerrod would not take the position or would let it go to anybody else.
Could you get Balthar to have beetles clean Horm's bones to rid them of flesh? Balthar?
My only regret for this chapter is that I didn't kill Jerrod. Thanks, Sloth.
I mean, I don't. I don't actually know. There's a couple of things that they could do, Lucicene. A couple of things that they could do. But, you know, that's really kind of up to them to decide. If Jerrod's already said that he's just going to tar and bag it, then it is as what it is. Sloth Dimension, I'm there. Xander's, yeah. Xander's old character. For whatever reason, I was thinking of Malgrim.
Well, I mean, if they do decide to detour, that might be something he goes ahead and tries. But I mean, the main point is Horum's remains are getting delivered. It's gonna happen.
How come Sunn is the only one without a mustache?
Because I can't grow it. Well, I grew really shitty neckbeard hair, and then I shaved it all. I had
What he's trying to say is he's a little girl.
Look, I can grow more hair than Ben Briggs, and that is an accomplishment in and of its own.
I don't...
Look, you know Ben Briggs is known for his facial hair.
What I think you need to do is just get one of those little Zen garden rakes and start loaming your face with it, and eventually it will encourage the follicles to grow out.
I just need to get some Rogaine, and I just need to just scrub on my face.
Just for men.
Here's what we're gonna do for you, Red. We're gonna send you a fake mustache that you can slap on every Wednesday with a little bit of
Damn!
That thing's gonna smell fucking terrible after about 3 weeks.
Avatar comes through, but Ben looks good without facial hair.
Damn. Like I said, I'm sure you better watch your fucking eyebrows.
If you really want to know how good Ben Briggs looks without facial hair, go hit his Grindr account.
Those eyebrows, they're disappearing come Bubfest.
Blackbug says, beards are a new thing. You're good, kid. Oh, look at that. You're good, kid. Oh, he's not even the youngest up here. That's the funny thing about it.
No, he's not.
Nope.
Wait till Clean is in again. Yeah, I mean...
I think isn't any the youngest out of all of us?
Any, Will, me, you. Well,
Ronald,
okay, so it's any
like
Will...
25?
Yeah.
25 or 26?
Any Will, me, Ronald, Bub, then Sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sniper's only got me by like
a
11 months or
6.
something like that. No, I think he's actually just a year older than me.
Yeah, but you're still gonna respect your elders, you young little shit.
I can toss you in a trash can and roll you down a hill.
Please don't kill my characters. Welcome back, Sniper. Rocks fall. Get out.
So,
and
I'm not
introduced as a thrall.
I think you have sort of made a decision, but I'm not going to force you. I would really kind of like you to sleep on it. Or unless you solidly believe that Jerrod would take up the mantle and you'll come back as a new character.
That's not a question.
Okay.
Jerrod will go ahead and take up the mantle and take up the position, and we can talk more about that after.
Sure.
You know,
Sure. So it seems like we have a new town guard captain. And not only will Ronald, aka Xander, be coming back as a new character, but with Jerrod leaving, that means that Sniper will be entering town also as a new character. Interesting to see what it's going to become of, because Klaus right now is a spellcaster. No idea how long he's going to be in this body. Deia is a ranged paladin, and Sunn is he's a chicken shit healer. Bye, Jerrod, PC. Hello, NPC Jerrod. Yep, basically.
Totally didn't throw all my bombs at what's his dick.
Well, let's be honest. I had to go ahead and do something so that Karami and Sloth can stop trying to kill him every session.
I'm eager to see what's going to happen. I'm pretty convinced at this point that Ronald is coming back as a spellcaster.
That's likely, I would say.
Pretty convinced at this point. I'm interested in seeing what Sniper's going to choose. I have no idea. I think he kind of always leans down the combat savvy routes, so I'm interested in seeing what it's going to be like. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But since that's going to be said, you guys still have an opportunity to talk to our heroes, to our players. Fire questions away now. Get them out there. Maybe you want to know, who are the Striders? Do you guys, players, do you guys remember who the Striders are?
I want to say that they were actually part of the Citadel.
No, they actually approached you guys like 70 sessions ago.
Oh, then
I
I have
do
no
remember
idea
them
because I likely wasn't
slightly.
here.
Actually,
yeah.
you were. They approached you
No,
guys
I'm
when you were here as
saying,
Fareed.
Sniper, you've been here for quite a while.
The Striders came up to, I believe it was Xander's character, when he was walking, and it was
Are you
noted that when they were walking, he didn't make any sound as he walked across the land, and he
Yeah.
took.
What was the character that you caught the chromosome?
Griffith,
Yeah.
one of the two.
Griffith, I believe.
Griffith, yeah.
Griffith? Okay.
Yeah, because that was the one before Horror.
That character, that was the character that you played when the Striders approached you guys.
Yeah. So all of Horum's life happened
God, that's a
since
lot.
then.
Yeah, that's a long time.
What about the
Jesus.
Wereshark connection? A lot of people have asked me this, but a lot of people seem to forget that Jerrod died, and
Yeah,
upon
he came
his
back.
death, he was resurrected like scot-free, clean. It removes all of your scars, it removes all of your wounds, all of the mental machinations. That's all gone. Like everything, the curse, it was all stripped away from his body.
You got to
Lycanthropy-
realize when you do those Aegises and actually resurrect a character, it's resurrected as if it was a brand new sheet. So
Mhm.
none of the usual effects are taking place. I mean, yeah, he was completely cured by dying.
Well, Kat, myself and Sniper is
Oh
actually
shit, there's a Ronald.
we're in our early 30s. I'll be 31 next month, and I think Sniper is 32 or will be 32.
Shit. Every time somebody asks me that, I have to break out the calculator.
That
Missed
still
it
is
when I
the
was saying-
best.
Did Dea's
I will-
Des
I will-
remove or did Dea's Res remove her permic work? No, that's not the case. Hey,
I'm 33. I'll be 34
Oh.
later this year.
Okay, cool. So you're 2 years older than me. Gotcha. Xander's here, which is great.
I wanted
9
to
months.
plug you out of Kappa.
9 months with Xander. Damn. Sorry I wasn't there, but good job on making the end of the chapter. I'll be coming back next week. Awesome. Xander, did you catch the chapter? Did you catch chapter's end?
He's asking how we're doing, so I'm gonna assume no. I think that he might have showed up a little bit late.
Yeah, Deia's res would have probably removed her permic work.
No,
Yep.
that's gonna stay.
Damn it! I was trying to help him out.
That's different. That's
Yeah.
a feature. That's not a curse.
That's not a bug. That's a
And-
feature.
Removing
And to answer your other part of the question, Kat, I've only been playing D&D, believe it or not, for about only a year and a half.
It's true.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead. I was about to say that I actually started D&D shortly after first coming across Bub's stream, because I was actually looking to research how to play D&D. A bunch of my friends from the internet were actually about to do an online game on AOL, and I never knew how to play. And from watching, learning how to play from Bub's stream, I somehow convinced him that I was worthwhile to have as a player, and he's been regretting it ever since.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. We find that a lot of people here have tried D&D for the first time, which is great. I have been playing D&D for 14 years. 14 years. Yep. And I've basically been DMing for 13 of those 14 years. So playing for 14, DMing for 13. It's all been downhill since. And I'm pretty sure that I've managed to get everyone but Xander into playing D&D, and they've been playing with me for 3 years, I believe. At least that long.
You got me into consecutive D&D because I played with my friends before. So I've played
I
for like
remember
4.5 years ish.
when we started Sunless Citadel. I want to say it was like October the year after, or
Yep.
maybe a year and a half after I met you, or something like that.
Yeah, it was after the first year of stream because Bub didn't do for a while.
It's
Bub
been
was still doing the variety
3
streamer
years.
thing.
We've been doing this for 2.5 years. So with that, it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
How about that?
And Xander has been playing like 5, 6, 7 years, something like that, I think.
Yep.
And he's 25.
I started when I was a junior in high school.
Klaus is 22? 21, 22?
21.
Austin, which is
21.
Sunn, is 22.
22 going on 23 in like 4 months.
And Innie is 19.
I believe 19. Yeah.
Yeah. We're all legal! Yes, legal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
That's right, ladies.
we come from various places in the U.S. Like I'm from Indy. 2 of them are from Florida. Ronald is from Cali.
And he's from Alaska.
Annie's from Canada. Jerrod is from South Carolina.
South Kakalaki, guys.
God damn it. Oh.
I wish I was kidding. That's legit what we call it down here.
No, I know. I know it is. I know. I know it is. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I am widely appreciative of you guys. A Hosier. Yeah, that's me. I'm a Hosier. That's me. If you guys haven't followed yet, I encourage you to do so. I would like to hit 9,000 followers before my birthday, and my birthday is officially in 21 days. In 21 days.
Snap.
So get 200 of your closest friends and bug them enough to get them over here.
Hey, let's not overstate here. Get 100 and
Get your friends. Get your family. Get your friends'
198
family.
of your friends, your closest friends.
Wait, we only need
Basically,
180
message everyone on
people?
your
Hey,
Facebook.
Will, can you message some people in your family? You could
Did
probably
later.
fill that up.
Did my bet or emote or whatever it was win? No, it did not. Unfortunately, Shadow. We had Avatar come in, and
And
Avatar
swipe it.
donated a lot.
Like
Avatar-
$126 or some shit like that.
It was a lot, yeah. And he had already donated quite a bit previously.
He swiped it with the 75.
If I follow and unfollow, does that help again? Baron, it's once is plenty. But you guys can share it with everyone on Twitter. Tell everybody on Twitter. Tell everybody on your Facebook groups. Let everybody know about it. That would be huge. If you have Discord groups, hop in here. This is a great place. You guys can share the love. The Discord is growing all the time, and we're constantly having gaming sessions of various stuff. If you're looking to hop into a game, you can find games pop up from time and time again down at the bottom. I'm sorry, Jerza Tigno, or whatever your name is. Get out of here. What a dick. So what's the latest bid for the emote? Celtic, you lost it. You have lost it. So I can actually give Shadow his $20 back if he'd like it. I can send that back to him if he'd like. But someone actually outbid you as it stands by $56. Yeah, you act like someone beat you by $56 like that. Right over, fucking blew me away. Wow. Nocturnal Scribe, thank you so much for following. So just a second here, let's call out to all those subs and resubs. XanderDarks for 9 months. Not Shadow of Cosmos. Dalvin coming in hot with that first month sub courtesy of Adamo. Let's see. I know that I had another sub in there. There's a raid. We got a sub, Subarino. Quailman for 8 months. Thanks so much, man. Nick Venom for subbing for the first time. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Dritz on the resub. Hydra on the resub. The rebub, if you will. Carbon for 9 months. Goodness. Silverlock. Man, there's just a bunch of you guys. BM Fox. Mean Rabbit. Splodes for 9 months. Wow. What did you say her child was? What's the name of her child? Splodes?
Bubber Baby.
The Bubber. Aw. Bubber Baby. Ha! Look at that. I hope he has my beard. But it's okay. He can have your hair. Nice, luscious, curly locks. All right, guys. Unless that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna pass out inspiration this time. There were no quirks, nothing of that nature. I'm just gonna go ahead and give all the players their due inspiration. It was a good session, all the way around. They earned it.
Twas.
Cheers. And with that, I think we are good to go for the eve. Any last words, lads and ladies? Any last words, lads and ladies? Anything else that you'd like to hit us with? Val, I'm happy that you stumbled in as well, man. Guys, remember, tomorrow night is Carrion Crown. tomorrow night is Carrying Ground. Is new Jerrod coming back as level 9?
Yes, because
We'll
that's 10
probably
minutes.
be talking
Or no,
about
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys week after next. Enjoy the break from Wednesdays, and yeah, hopefully we'll be entertaining you for a long time. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, subscribe, sub.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah,
us
what's
5
that about?
stars on Yelp.
What's that about? Oh, also, I'm going to link this in here.
Click the bell icon.
Since some of you guys aren't used to this
Want
yet.
us subscribing up in your subscriber feed.
Hold on. I'm going to fucking do the thing.
And remember, guys, you can follow us on Kick on the Shackled City
Son of a
443.
bitch. What? Shut up, Austin.
Where the fuck does your brain go?
Check this out, guys. This is Twinge. Head on over to Twinge and rate my channel. Maybe tell me what you think of my channel. Give me a rating. Give me a review. Tell me what you think. I've got a review from Crimson, from Caloron, from Dang Driver, and Hydra Drago. Yes, tomorrow we carry corn. Give me a ranking and let me know what you guys think, because this is an opportunity for me to sort of grow my stream and use this as a platform for engagement. So thank you guys so much. It was an awesome night. I wish you guys the best. You have treated me well on this eve. Let's find someone to throw this love at. To throw it at.
Let's see, 1 skill, 1 humor, and 4 interaction. All right.
God damn it.
Overall, 5.
Actually, we're gonna fire this love right on over right now to Benny Fitz. I don't know if you guys know who Benny Fitz is, but he's worthwhile. Benny's, never mind, he's hosting someone. Fuck that noise.
Fuck that guy.
No, I love Benny. Benny's great. Do we? Oh, here we go. Let's raid Dirtbag Boyfriend. Here we go, Dirtbag Boyfriend. This is Alex. Alex played with me during the Mouse Guard games. Alex is a beaut, quite a creative role player, a brilliant creative individual. Period. A role player. She actually works for Roll20, which is dope. So if you guys want to meet someone that does all the things, this is a LGBT plus safe community, and it's totes worth. Here you guys go. Get your raids ready. We're gonna run on over and host up Dirtbag Boyfriend. Copy your raid command. This is going on over to Dirtbag Boyfriend. Stream has more endings than ROTK. What the hell is that?
That sounds way too familiar. I should know that.
Thanks, guys, for everything. I love your face. Do what you do. Stay safe, stay nerdy, and I'll talk to you cats later. Peace. I'm out of here. Be safe.
The answer was Romance of Three Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yep.